Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas.
Come on! Want to see some combos?
We're scheduled for 12. Here's round number 1. And he just turns that hook up top, and it does damage. He clinches when he gets to the inside.
Hit the bot!
The greatest's punch didn't come close. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Big shot. The greatest has gone down. A knockdown scored here. And boy, oh boy, he is in bad shape now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down, now he's got to survive.
So that's where you're wrong. It's not hard to prepare, it's a must to prepare. If you're a trainer, that's what you do in the gym. You teach a guy, if you're in this situation, this is what you do. You grab on, you move your head, you survive.
Blocks that belt line well. Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space, and then can you believe that? What a change in momentum. He just got rocked. Moments ago, he was the one hurting his opponent.
Reminds you of the song, I can do anything you can do, only better.
How about that? What a round we just saw. Both men were able to get to the other. Both men seemingly hurt in that round.
And the kind of round where a judge really has to do his job. Everyone else does their job. Trainers, managers, we're trying to do ours. But now, it's up to the judges to really look at that and find where they can separate the two fighters.
Move your head!
Solid counterpunch by the greatest. The greatest trying to steady himself in this round after being knocked down in the previous round. Teddy, how much can really happen in those 60 seconds? How much of a benefit is it to a damaged fighter?
Well, a lot has to happen. First of all, physically, you have to revigorate the guy. You know, maybe massage the legs a little bit. Most importantly, get some ice on the back of his neck. You know, get that blood flow going a little bit. Make sure that you revive him a little bit. Get him back to feeling like he's ready to go out there.
He scores with the left. Halfway through round number 2. To the head he goes with a left hand. The greatest is able to avoid that punch. Well placed, straight right hand. Little head hunting with the left. Resourceful jab by the greatest. Good counterpunch. I loved how he moved off to the side and landed it.
Yeah, that's real smart. That's something that you teach in the gym, and you love when you see it executed.
Round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy with you here ringside. Teddy, you know, you really got to admire how accurate he is. I mean, he makes the most of what he throws.
Yeah, he makes it count. This is a guy who doesn't want to waste anything.
How about that left hand?
Watch the hook! Watch the hook! Come on!
Good return fire that time. And he engages in the clinch.
Hook.
And now you see the southpaw pulling the trigger with the straight left. Tried the hook, didn't get it.
Pace yourself.
He didn't see that left hand, and it got to him badly. He should really tie up now. The greatest is out there just waiting on a counterpunch, isn't he?
Yeah, well, first of all, why is he? Because he knows if he walks in, he's going to get caught. So what he wants to do is, he knows there's basically a guard at that door. He's trying to get that guard to get out of there so he could go through that door.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
A piercing jab by the greatest. The greatest just punching
Left
air
and
that
right,
time.
left
His
and
opponent
right.
was able to get out of the way.
Combos. Combos.
We count down the final moments of this round. Sensational punching by the greatest. And that's the end of round 3.
Don't worry now, right? I need you to focus and keep your hand.
This is a fairly competitive, tight fight. The difference being, of course, we did have a knockdown scored as you look at Teddy's scorecard.
And that's what professional boxing is about, putting fannies in the seats. The harder puncher, the guy who's more effective, the guy who puts more hurt on you, gets the rounds.
Focus.
A rocking shot by the greatest.
Okay, get your hands up.
Blocks that punch. Scored well up top. Look at this, another power punch able to land. We're early on in this fight. He's going for it.
Yeah, you wonder if he's got a car waiting outside.
The greatest is proving to be elusive. Halfway through round number 4. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. He digs in with a left hand to the body. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
Oh, you got this one. You're not focusing.
The greatest is making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch.
Punch. Punch. Work the body.
4th round now with its last 10 seconds. End of the round there. He was able to stun his opponent. Teddy, when you're training a guy that's coming off a round where he just got to his man, what do you do? Do you say, hey, I saw that and here's how you did it? How do you approach that?
Well, you want to make sure you remind him exactly what you're talking about, how he set it up. Don't think about just a big punch that landed. Remember how you got to that point.
The greatest, his opponent's probably looking at him right now saying, wow, you're not changing anything up. You know, he got to him moments ago. Now he's got the same style that he's looking at again.
Yeah, but he got to him moments ago. Got to him one time. I think right now it's too early to all of a sudden throw everything out the window. But look for an adjustment if things don't change. If he can't get away from those punches, if he keeps having problems, he gets stunned again, then you might have to look for a change. You might have to make a change if you're going to survive.
I can imagine throughout your career you've been all over a lot of fighters for lack of movement.
Yeah, it's very, very frustrating because you start to wonder, does he want to win the fight? That's what you start to wonder.
Halfway through this round here.
Unload. Unload. More punches.
right hand lands flush.
Keep working the body. Cover up! Cover up! Relax.
Not much action as he just ties up. Trying to go downstairs, but off target.
Keep your head moving.
Scores up top with a left. Last 10 seconds. The greatest right hand scores well that time.
Jump on. Nice.
End of the round, and he's had better rounds in the fight than the one we just saw, but still, it's very much there for the taking.
Yeah, whoever finishes up strongly in the late parts of these rounds, a lot of times, you know, the judges get mesmerized a little bit here, too. You know, it's a real close fight, and you kind of forgot where the separation was. And whoever grabs the last part of the round, that's who you remember. It's very important in this kind of fight, finish up good at the end of the round.
Teddy, when you've been in the corner in your career and you have a charge who is not making a lot of contact, what do you tell him?
The first thing I tell him, Joe, is shorten up your punches a little bit. The other thing I tell him is he's making you miss, so you know what? Feint him a little bit. Get a false move out of him. Get a premature move. And when he moves, then time him. Now you're going to catch him.
Keep your distance. Uppercut.
90 seconds to go here in this round.
Hook. Hook.
And now just wasting everybody's time holding on.
Pace yourself. Just like that. Just like that.
Good looking uppercut that time. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back.
Use the ring.
Oh, what an exchange. 10 seconds to go in this round.
Watch that.
Over the hump, the back end of the fight now begins. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
He missed that uppercut.
Left and right, left and right.
Well-placed jab by the greatest. The greatest right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round.
Focus.
And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there.
There you go. You're not focusing. Get out the way of those punches. Move your head. Move your head.
And now just wasting away some time with that clinch.
Punch. Punch.
That's a solid right hand by the greatest. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, good work.
And we come to the end of the round.
Well, listen to me. We got to do a little more. We have to pull ahead of this round, okay?
I think this fight is going in one distinct direction now. I'm just glancing at your scorecard here, Teddy, at the start of round number 8. And it's clear to see what was a close fight could quickly turn into a one-sided fight.
Yeah, because he's worrying me now. You know, he's starting to do that thing that we talk about as trainers that you never want to see. He's throwing don't hit me punches. Like, you know, you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. Guess what? The other guy's not going along with it. He's not leaving him alone.
He throws a big wide punch and leaves himself wide open.
Well, it's like leaving your window open in your house in the middle of winter. You know, a lot of cold air's gonna come in. Guess what? Some hooks are coming in soon.
Move your head.
And now he brings the left hand upstairs. Halfway through this round. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. A nice crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. Nice work, the left hand to the head.
Keep working, keep working. Watch the hook. Watch the hook. Come on.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Teddy, what advice would you be giving to this charge if you were training him, knowing he's coming off of a good solid effort in that last round and likely is up in a close fight?
Well, you know, sometimes I'm not sure what to tell a guy, but I know what not to tell him. I wouldn't tell him he's up. I wouldn't tell him to let up. That's one thing for sure. I tell him, keep doing the same things you're doing. Stay right with it.
A little head hunting with the right. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. And now he's targeting upstairs. The greatest is making this so that it's becoming a very frustrating night for his opponent. I mean, when your defense is that sharp, it can just drive your opponent crazy.
Yeah, it can. First of all, it can start to break down. You know, we always look at the physical things in life and anything. You know, you're pounding a guy and you're going to break the guy down. Hey, if you're just smart and you're slick like this guy and you're making a guy miss, you start to break him down. He's breaking the guy down that way.
Nice. Relax. Come on now, relax. Deep breathing.
Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
One, two, three, four, five.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
Good flush shot upstairs. Final chance, last 10 seconds of round 9. End of the round of what has been a very close and highly competitive fight. Teddy, how do you see this right now?
I see it almost dead even. And I see whoever finishes the rounds, because in these kind of tight rounds, if you finish up good, the judges remember that.
The greatest just not showing me enough offense right now. I mean, I understand he did get hurt earlier.
Yeah, he did.
But he still has to put something forth.
Yeah, he does. It's kind of like that kid who gets his hand caught in a cookie jar. You know, you're not going to give up eating cookies. You still have a sweet tooth. You want to still go back and get that snack. You better find another way. He needs to find another way.
Nice work with the left hand. The greatest is tagged by a hook. Halfway through round 10. A big hook to the head by the greatest.
Unload! Unload! More punches! Relax, relax.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Unable to connect by the greatest. Brings the hook that time. Good way to protect the midsection. The greatest keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
He has a slight lead on your scorecard, Teddy, but nothing is guaranteed at this point. There's still a lot of work to be done as we start round number 11.
Yeah, Joe, he's got to keep that offense up. You know, a lot of times you get to the end part of a fight like this, and you're a little bit ahead. At least we have them ahead. And you start to let up on the offense a little bit. You know, you concentrate more on the defense, and the guy gets back into the fight. Keep that offense going. Pay attention to the defense, but keep the offense going.
1, 2, 1, 2. Keep working the body. Unload. More punches. Keep working the body.
A well-placed left hand up top.
Work the body. Jab, jab. Still not moving. Come on now, move.
Halfway through this 11th round. Solid hook upstairs. There's a nice left hand able to get in. Good exchange. He fires back. Nice block by the greatest.
Keep your head moving.
Not able to land the headshot. Teddy, I'm starting to wonder, what is the answer for this guy? Can he do anything else than this? Yeah, he throws punches, but he has no accuracy. Can this change in mid-fight?
Well, it has to if he wants to win this fight. And how does it change? Well, you know, the problem is...
Oh, and there he lands the right hand well. Stunned, but all of a sudden now, surviving.
Move your head.
Last 10 seconds of this 11th round. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Scores well to the head with the right hand. Went to the body there, but unable to connect.
Punches.
Oh, you see him with the left of the head there?
Yeah, I like what I see. I love what I see, baby. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving, keep moving. Come on now. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep your distance.
A good block. Halfway through this 12th and final round, the greatest's got that catch-me-if-you-can kind of attitude. He's almost daring his opponent at this point to try to land a headshot, but his move, solid right hand lands. Teddy, he's wobbling all over the ring.
You know, Joe, he can't use his legs right now, so he wishes, and it's too late for it because he wasn't taught, but he wishes he was a guy who was taught how to slip right in front of a guy and make the guy miss. Then at least he could do that. Right now, his only chance is to grab because the legs are not going to be there for him.
Not able to connect with the uppercut. And he's holding. And they will bring it home in the last 10 seconds of this final round. Well, this was a very, very good fight. Close. A well-deserved win by the greatest. Unanimous decision, say the judges.
You can have your eyes closed and see that one, or almost closed.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time.